Old houses and the brand new ones. Old houses and the brand new ones. Now, let me put this across to you because a few number of people have come into my DM to ask me about old properties. Have it at the back of your mind that London no longer build brand new houses. No brand new houses in London. The only thing you can find in London is apartments. And these apartments are not a joke in price. They range from 380,000 going up that way. You understand, for a 2-bed. And nowadays, what you get in London is an apartment without parking space. So what that means is that you still pay extra money if you need a parking space attached to your own apartment. You understand? Have it at the back of your mind. So if you currently reside in London and you want to purchase a property which is a old house, you understand? I want to tell you this, and I want you to listen emphatically to me. Now, one of the basic things you need to have at the back of your mind with regard to old house is number one, you need to try as much as possible to put a bit of money on the side apart from your deposit. Don't get it wrong. I'm not saying to buy a old house is bad, because there are different categories of old houses. I can decide to say, okay, I want to put a old house in 2 categories. You understand? There is one that is less than 100 years. There is one that is above 100 years. You understand? And to each of these old properties you buy, you got to spend money on them. Yes, I know the lender will send its representatives to come and have a value, to come and inspect the houses you're buying before they can borrow you the money, to see whether the amount they want to borrow you or the house itself is worth the amount of money they want to borrow. They will do all of that. But after you have dropped your deposit, you've moved into the property, a lot of issues can come up. Ranging from the roof leaking, from the bath broken, from the pipe not working, from the heating system not functioning, except you have insurance in place to cover all of these things. If you don't have any insurance in place to cover all of these things, then you've got to spend money to fix them yourself. You've got to fix them yourself, because if the lender is coming to have an inspection on the property to see whether it is worth it, the inspector is not going to see the future occurrence. The inspector is not going to see whether the pipe is going to be leaking the next 3 years or 1 year. It's only going to see the immediate condition of that particular property you're buying. You understand? So if you are buying a old house, try as much as possible to keep some money on the side for unforeseen circumstances or for immediate refurbishment or for immediate repairs. You understand? Though these houses might appreciate more than the ones outside of London. They might appreciate, but that does not supposed to mean that the houses outside of London doesn't appreciate. They do appreciate quite well, and I want you to understand that fact. You understand? Gone were the days when we used to have the belief that houses in London only appreciate within a very short space of time. Houses in London, outside of London as well, do appreciate now. As a matter of fact, the level at which houses outside of London appreciate now has increased in percentage due to the inflow of people moving from London here to outside of London. So have that at the back of your mind. And then don't forget that most of these old houses are not insulated. So you got to burn a lot of energy. You got to burn a lot of gas to heat up your house during the winter time. That is for you to understand. And if you're buying a old house as well, another point is some of them, or do I say most of them, are not double glazed, especially the very old ones. They are not double glazed. The windows are not double glazed. So in the winter, you tend to be really cold, and then you burn enough energy as well to be able to heat the house up. And then because it's not insulated, it doesn't have the power of retention. So what that means is that old houses don't have the capacity to retain heat because of that absence of insulation. You understand? Which you find in a brand new house. Brand new houses are well insulated, and that's the reason why you don't burn too much of energy, too much of the resources to heat up a brand new house. You understand? So the thing is this, and when you see one of the basic properties of brand new house is that it's energy efficient. When they say energy efficient, that's exactly what they're talking about. The moment you turn off your boiler in a old house, the house becomes cold right there and then. Okay? It becomes really cold right there and then. So you got to be looking out for constant repairs if you are buying a old house. You may want to spend thousands of pounds to have a complete refurbishment of the house if you are buying it. So to save you up for immediate, for unforeseen circumstances in the future. You understand? So both houses are still good. Okay, they are very, very good. The ones in London might be a little bit expensive compared to the one outside of London. Gone were the days when you have houses, brand new houses for 100,000, 200,000 outside of London, where everything is all gone up. Okay, so don't be living in that dream of yesterday. The houses that are sold outside of London are less than 100,000. No, you are joking. The one I showed on my platform, if you haven't seen it, is a 4-bedroom house for about 350, 375. That's not a joke as well. But God, over the years, you could get houses like that for like 200,000, 210, and like that. So please and please, if your job permits you and you want to live a good life, you want to have a brand new house, you will have to move outside of London completely. To those of you that have been coming to my DM to ask me about that, there are no new houses in London. All you get in London is flats, bulk of flats. And I'm still going to do the video with regard to things you can get when it comes to buying apartments in London here. You understand? You need to think about a lot of things. A lot of things. And if you want to buy old house as well, put a lot of things at the back of your mind. I've mentioned a few to you, but I'll still come to buttress it. Try as much as possible to follow me. I've got a lot of tips with regard to these and various other ones coming up in the future. Try as much as possible to share, because a lot of people don't know whether they should go for a brand new house or they should buy the old ones. Okay, there are broad differences and there are a lot of reasons why you should buy a brand new house. And there are some other reasons as well why you think you want to go for the old house. Yes,